Hey there, and welcome back to the Sussex Daily News Channel. In this video, we're going to give you a new exclusive article from The Sun. Prince Charles defies everything to bring Harry back to the royal family. First of all, I don't actually agree with this one. Harry has done the monarchy so much harm. On a personal level, he and his Z-lister wife has insulted and disrespected the Queen and backstabbed everyone. He may be family, but he has no place as a working royal anymore. That ship has sailed. However, I still wanted to bring you this story to get your perspective. Here's a quote directly from the article in The Sun. While headstrong and petulant Harry and proud and ambitious Meghan are unlikely to return to Windsor anytime soon, it's also the case that they are in danger of watching their American dream turn into something closer to a nightmare. Since the moment Megxit was announced, the couple has lurched from one crisis to the next, many of them self-inflicted. From rows over the cost of their security, criticism of their antics during the global COVID-19 pandemic, to investigations into their charitable activities, the pair cannot claim to have made a success of the split. Yet through it all, Charles has been a calm voice of reassurance to his son and daughter-in-law, despite royal sources saying Charles has been disappointed and crushed by finding freedom. Without a home of their own in which to bring up 15-month-old Archie, they're staying in a Hollywood producer pal, Tyler Perry's mansion. Meghan has been restricted to doing one voiceover job for a Disney documentary recorded months earlier in London. The launch of their Archwell Foundation has been delayed until next year due to the pandemic. Harry's eco-friendly initiative Travelist isn't grounded due to COVID-19 travel bans. Last month, Harry was reported to the Charity Commission for allegedly misusing charity funds. In response, the couple fired back through lawyers against, quote, false claims, which they say are deeply offensive. Meanwhile, the couple's dreams of splitting from the royal family to hang out with celebrity pals, megastar agents, and the money men of Tinseltown have been ruined by lockdown and social distancing. When they have stepped out to visit the dentist or deliver food to the needy, they're spotted by Los Angeles' notorious paparazzi. And they're suing a German magazine for publishing drone photos of Archie with Meghan's mom Doria in the mansion's grounds. They were even forced to put up screens at the mansion to stop prying walkers and have been inundated by drones. Last month, Harry prompted outrage by saying the Commonwealth must acknowledge the wrongs of the past about racism during a video conference. Despite her father living in Mexico, just across the border from California, Meghan has not spoken to him since before the wedding more than 2 years ago. Facing them both is a high court privacy case dubbed Markle versus Markle, which could see Meghan give evidence against her own father. Meanwhile, the Duke's pals say he misses the camaraderie of life in the armed forces and has been isolated during lockdown. As for Meghan, she has dumped her closest friend and confidant, Jessica Mulroney, over a race storm. With no regular income, the couple continues to be bankrolled by savings and cash from Charles. But funds may be in shorter supply, as Charles' Duchy of Cornwall has predicted that its income will fall by a significant amount next year due to COVID-19. The two probably already know what a real crisis is, but according to the author of the article in The Sun, Prince Harry and Charles' unbreakable bond means the door is still open for a return to royal life. Think about it. They've both been plunged into the darkest tragedy, forced to pit their devotion to the woman they love against their duty to the crown. This has actually created a very special father-son bond between Prince Charles and Harry. But while the Prince of Wales was forced by tradition to marry Diana in 1981 instead of his true love, Camilla, causing him 2 decades of pain and anguish, Harry was able to seize on changing times to break free and run off to America with Meghan. It is this brutal shared experience and the death of the Princess of Wales, which perhaps means Charles has more understanding than any other member of the royal family of Harry's decision to walk away from the Queen and the country. And it is that bond which has led to the prince keeping a regular contact with Harry and Meghan throughout the devastating fallout from their biography, Finding Freedom. packed with hurtful personal blows against his brother and sister-in-law, his father, and the institution of the royal family itself. This book could have led Harry and Meghan being cast out forever. Many royal watchers and members of the British public would say that it would be no more than they deserved. But Charles, the future king, while deeply hurt at some of the book's revelations, is nevertheless still keeping the door open for a dramatic return for the Sussexes. This article in The Sun reveals he's been in regular contact, providing emotional and financial support with phone and video calls from the Castle of May in Scotland, the Queen Mother's former holiday home, to Harry in California. A royal insider said they have a very strong and close father and son relationship. Many people have speculated that the book was the end for Harry and Meghan in Britain. Too many people were criticized and too many people attacked, including William and Kate. But the Prince of Wales has made it clear the door is always open. Since his move to Los Angeles, they have been in regular contact. Charles is an avid user of texts, but there are videos and phone calls. The book has never been a massive talking point between them, and Charles is determined that it is not an obstacle. He has continued to provide financial support, as any father would do, when their son moves with a young family to the other side of the world. Their relationship is rock solid, and they remain close. They speak at least once a week, and Charles is still a massive driving force in Harry's life. Charles's bond with the couple was sealed at their wedding in May 2018, when he stepped in to walk Meghan down the aisle after her estranged father, Thomas, pulled out. He's even partly funding their new LA lifestyle from his Duchy of Cornwall income, much of which goes on to Harry and Meghan's private security. Another royal source said, when Harry was making the decision to step away from royal duties, it was something he confided in his father about because he respects his opinion more than anyone else's. Charles knows what it's like to be conflicted within the royal household. Harry has always been his own man and will do what he thinks is right. Since moving to Los Angeles, Charles has been there for Harry. They regularly discuss how he's doing and the work he's looking to embark on. The Prince of Wales is a great sounding board for Harry. Charles's crucial support comes as Harry and Meghan have suffered a string of setbacks in their pursuit of financial independence after their Megxit split. They are mired in legal disputes, have had a faltering start to launching their new charity, are estranged from friends and family, and are stuck indoors under Los Angeles lockdown. But the arrangements are set to be reviewed by the royal family in only 5 months' time. This week, in an increasingly bitter privacy battle with Meghan's father, Thomas, a judge said she had made hyperbolic claims about the media. Justice Warby said in the High Court that Meghan had shown an eagerness to play out the merits of their dispute in public, outside the courtroom, and primarily in media reports. Yet pals say Harry has been buoyed in recent days by the announcement that his beloved Invictus game for service veterans will be able to go ahead next year. Before the pandemic struck, he had fully focused on making a success of the event. An insider said, Invictus is such a massive part of Harry's life, and this year was massive because it was the first time he was organizing the event, having stepped back from royal duties. He knew the spotlight would be on him and was looking forward to rising to that challenge. He was fully focused on it. While in lockdown, Meghan and Harry have spent many weeks involved in a series of meetings with those running their new charity foundation, Archwell. They are busy plotting their vision for the organization and finalizing the key partners they want to work with. The authors of Finding Freedom, Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duron, claim Harry's patched-up relationship with his father has come despite Charles feeling crushed in 2016 when his son, in a breach of protocol, overshadowed his visit to the Middle East by launching an attack on the media. The bombshell book, which the authors say Harry and Meghan have not contributed to, describes how news of Charles' trips was sidelined when Harry lashed out at the media for racial overtones in its reporting on Meghan. Charles had just 20 minutes notice of Harry's plans to break protocol and issue his statement. The extraordinary press release, partly written by Harry, made headlines around the world as it criticized the abuse and harassment of Meghan. But although it reportedly angered Charles for derailing his diplomatic tour of the Gulf, he has clearly long since forgiven his son. And now it appears that the devoted dad is always available on the other end of the line or video call to provide Harry with a friendly face back home and the possibility of a return to royal life. How about you? Do you agree with this news? Please let us know in the comment section below where we discuss them together. If you liked my video, please click like and share it with people you think will also like it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get more news about Meghan, Harry, and the royal family members. Now, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Every human being has an adult age and is independent of everything. Harry should admire such a father, but he doesn't. He is inherently only large in terms of age. He has not had any life experience. He is floating disoriented because the pension money will not be touched. Harry, live true to your great father. That is probably a great consolation to the old father near Earth.